everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report in Los Angeles, and I'm so pleased to welcome Hayden Grove from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Hayden, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Well, I'm so happy you're here, and that was such a fun blind audition of Mack the Knife. So congratulations on that performance.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun to do for sure. I had a great time. It's a song I've sang a long time, so it was great to do it on a national stage.
I'm sure you've seen this in the replay that Adam told Kelsey to block Michael. But as you were performing, obviously unaware of this, what was going through your mind during the audition?
Yeah, I had no idea what they were saying. I their backs are turned, so I can't, I couldn't see, I couldn't hear. So my thought was I just got to keep singing and hopefully somebody turns around. I hope my first thought was I hope they're not just sitting there like, oh boy, like I don't know if he's, good enough or whatever, or talent, not I don't know if I want him on my team, but it seemed like instead it was kind of a game that they were all playing with each other and trying to get each other to push the buttons. So it was great. It was actually kind of a relief to see it on the television what they were saying as opposed to being there in person when you can't see anything.
And you have such an interesting backstory with Michael Bublé. So tell me how that whole thing started, how you guys met, and how that developed.
Michael has been a huge influence on me. He's been a kind of a hero of sorts, and I would sing his songs on social media and on TikTok and some other, not only his songs, but songs of the genre, songs of the Great American Songbook. And he seemed to notice a couple of my videos and ended up following me. And when he followed me in I think it was May of 2022, that he started following me. He's just kind of been a great supporter. He's, offered advice on life, on music, on, he's given me, pats on the back. And then obviously like did the biggest thing that anyone's done for me in that regard when he shouted out his whole concert and told them to follow me on TikTok. And 40,000 followers later, it was a really, really nice boost. So, it was an amazing, amazing thing. And I really couldn't have more love and respect for Michael.
When he came up on stage and started performing with you, what were you thinking?
I was kind of thinking like, man, this is awesome. This guy that, has become a titan of the genre. I get to sing even a little bit of this beautiful song with him, which is amazing. So
Anyway, I want to switch gears a little bit. You are obviously a fan of legends like Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett. So I would love to hear more about your musical influences.
yeah, I grew up, I rummaging through my parents' CD collection, and I ended up finding all kinds of different music from Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan to the Temptations to the Four Tops to Pavarotti, like everything. And I think I just kind of settled upon this genre. Harry Connick Jr. was a huge influence of mine. I loved his sound, and then right around the same time was when Michael Bublé kind of got his break. Released his debut album when I was around 10 years old, and it just was kind of the timing was kind of perfect. So Michael and Harry were huge influences, but I loved listening to, as obviously Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Andy Williams, Dean Martin, Perry Como, Bobby Darin. I mean, Bobby Darin does not get enough love, man. He is the ultimate singer, entertainer. He could do any genre. He could do anything. So Bobby Darin was one of my favorites, and it was such an honor to do a Bobby Darin song on the show. It really, really was because I love his music so deeply. So, and then even a little Elvis. I love Elvis Presley. I love Johnny Cash. Guys like that. So my musical it's definitely very vintage, but I think it's still pretty versatile within that kind of time frame.
Hayden, I'd really like to add one name to that list, and that name is Adam Levine.
Adam Levine is on that list for sure. Long before the Frank Sinatra, long before the Buble, long before before the Harry Connick Jr. I was listening to modern radio, and I was listening to songs about Jane, She Will Be Loved, This Love, Sunday Morning. I mean, those are the songs that were blaring through my Sony Walkman speakers when I was walking around the house, blaring so loud that the whole house could hear. So Adam Levine, the catalog is incredible. His voice is unmatched. He is such a wonderful, wonderful artist. And it's full circle because Adam really started my musical journey. That was the first music I really kind of listened to and I loved. I remember seeing She Will Be Loved in some sort of talent show somewhere as a kid. My voice is a lot deeper now. Adam's still got the kind of upper register. So it would be a little tough for me to do it in his key, but I still love his songs. And I still remember so vividly listening to Maroon 5 and to Adam Levine back when I was a kid.
Well, I am really excited to see what you two do together on The Voice. And Hayden, I want to thank you so much for taking time out to be with me on Hillary's Happy Hour. And I want to wrap it up by lifting a toast to you and your continued success on The Voice.
Thank you very much. I'm going to pour a little bit here. Oh, this is my friend's place. It's Lake Erie Distillery here in Cleveland. So we'll pour a little bit. Cheers to you, Hillary. Thank you.
Cheers, Hayden. All the best.
God bless you. Thank you.